extraordinary power and morality. That is my opinion. So this is our ultimate purpose, to come to the point of Krishna consciousness. So nothing stops Krishna consciousness. That was the first advice that was given by, the first instruction given by Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master to Srila Prabhupada. Because Srila Prabhupada said, first, we should get rid of the British from India, then we can spread Krishna consciousness in a nice way. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur replied, no, nothing can stop Krishna consciousness. We don't have to wait until the British leave India. We start now. Let us be fully Krishna conscious at every moment in our lives now. And so how do we do that practically in our lives? In our lives, we do that by 5 activities. The first of which is like EDCDE, you can think of them like that. The first is association. Always be in the association of devotees. This is association, listening to any class, listening to kirtan, reading Prabhupada's books, reading other books that wonderful devotees have written, associating with one another, taking prasadam together, this, that, and the other. We have so much ways to do association. Always be in sadhu sangha. And Prabhupada describes that the Paramatma in our heart, the super soul in our heart, is Krishna, the spiritual master, and all of the associates sitting in our heart. So always feel the association of these personalities. Don't ever feel alone. Don't ever feel lonely. I'm nobody with me. I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling depressed. No reason to feel depressed. Krishna is always with us. Spiritual master is always with us. All of the associates are always with us. So we can always be talking to them, thinking about them, glorifying them. Satatam kirtayanto mam, like that. And then secondly, B stands for the books. Always have the books handy. Every day read from Bhagavatam. Every day read from Bhagavad Gita. Some other book if you want, Krishna book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, like that. At least 5 minutes. And a very good technique is read 5 minutes in the morning. Try to remember what you read during the day and read again the same 5 minutes in the evening just to remind yourself how much you read. Your ability to remember will become perfected. Miracles will start happening in your lives. And then, of course, we must always distribute these books also. Just like in our association, we give association as well to others. And so same with the books. And then the C stands for chanting. Always chant the holy names of the Lord. Satatam kirtayantuma. Always. Krishna wants us to be always chanting. And everything is chanting if it is glorification of Krishna. Kirtiyate iti kirtana. Meaning that kirtan means to glorify Krishna. So if every moment of our life, every breath of our life, whether the breath is going out, staying out, coming in, or staying in, if we do it only for Krishna's pleasure, then every breath is glorifying Krishna. So this is the way to do chanting. And then, so always very attentive to Krishna, always thinking Krishna is always with me, never separated me. Guru is always with me, never separated from me. The devotees are always with me, never separated from me, like that. And then the D stands for devotional diet. Always take prasadam. Anything that you eat, offer it before you eat it. Distribute that prasadam to others. Dance in front of the deities. Always dance, even in your home. Lord Chaitanya says, if you dance in front of my deity, and a deity includes the picture of Lord Chaitanya, then you will definitely go back to Godhead. So dancing is very important. Devotion is very important. Loving like this is very important. Doing devotional service is very important. Having discipline in our lives. So the D also stands for discipline. Having discipline in our lives like that. And then the E stands for encourage others to do the same. So this is preaching, this is outreach. Always encourage. How can you encourage? You can encourage by giving prasadam, by having people listen to kirtan, saying some sweet words to them, just smiling to them. Just smile to them. If a devotee smiles at somebody and that person likes your smile and appreciates you for one moment, that person has done agyata sukriti. And because of agyata sukriti, nobody can become Krishna conscious unless Krishna gives it to that person. And why Krishna will give it? He says, the reason I give Krishna to others is because I become happy to allow them to love me more, because I can see they really want to love me. It's called causeless, but he also describes how this causelessness works. The causelessness works by the happiness a person feels to do the right things. Krishna will encourage them first to do things that are in the mode of goodness, then to come to the point of self-realization, then finally to come to pure Krishna consciousness. These are 3 steps, like primary school, high school, university. So on the mode of goodness level, at least we can meet people, be nice to them, do things with them that they appreciate us as devotees. Because the best way and the fastest way to go back to Krishna is to appreciate the devotees and to serve them, to serve the devotees. And so he says that in the Bhagavad Gita, my devotees by spreading this message to my devotees, and everybody is devotee of Krishna. Jivera Surupai Nidera Krishna Das. So then what happens, Krishna says, that person is my most devotee, that person is most dear to me, and there will never be a time when anybody will be more dear than that person to me. So thank you all for being devotees. You are such nice personalities. You're doing such great things. Stay encouraged. Now, we must also at the same time be cautious, because it is true that Prabhupada said that we should be fearless, but he said we should fear Maya. We should be afraid of Maya, because Maya can at any time trip us up and put us in a situation where we'll forget Krishna. So because of that, what we do is, Prabhupada said, if it comes to a health situation, take care of your health. In fact, Prabhupada said the number 1 thing was to take care of your health. Because if you take care of your health, then you will be peaceful. And then when you be peaceful, then you can nicely serve Krishna. So take care of your health, be happy, and then serve Krishna with all of your heart and soul. So this is, I thought that we'd start with like an overview of the Bhagavad Gita. This is like an overview of the Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada tells us very clearly that the Bhagavad Gita is non-different from Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is Krishna himself. The holy name is Krishna himself. There's so many ways Krishna comes to us in person like that. This is face-to-face meeting with Krishna, Prabhupada said. So always understand that that's what's happening. Be attentive, pay attention. Don't lose your attentiveness. Don't think, oh, this is ordinary book, or this is ordinary deity, or this is ordinary name, or like that. This is not ordinary, these are extraordinary. And if we just have love for them and love for everyone, because everyone is a child of Krishna, and somehow we promote Krishna consciousness to them and also be fully Krishna conscious ourselves, then our lives will become perfect. And we will then be able to go back to Krishna Loka, the place where Krishna is performing his pastimes, and to Gaura Loka, where Lord Gauranga is performing his pastimes. It's actually the same place in the spiritual world. It's called Golok Vrindavan. The center is called Shvetadvip, which is where Lord Gauranga and his associates do their pastimes, Lord Nityananda, like that. And then and around it is Goloka Vrindavan, where all living entities actually very, very ecstatically serve Krishna, love Krishna. Krishna is the cynosure, the eyes, the apple of everyone's eye. But Krishna loves everyone as much as they love Krishna, and everybody is very, very happy in their love for Krishna and all the other wonderful personalities, living entities and non-living entities that are there. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And now I'll ask if any of you'd like to say something, ask any question.
You can unmute yourself before you ask question. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the class.
Thank you.
Or you can raise your hands on the chat so I can unmute you.
Prabhuji, one question.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Announce your name and ask Prabhuji.
This is Chandramohan Ramanujdas Das Prabhu. Chandra.
Go ahead, Prabhu.
Prabhu, how long will this uncertainty go? Like we do chanting, do everything, but Krishna doesn't make sure like devotees don't go into things like this, you know. How the situation is, you know.
Not quite understanding. Are you saying that we go on chanting, but why does this situation happen? Is that your question?
Yeah, doing after all this, like devotees are doing chanting everywhere worldwide, but still things are not under control, things like that.
Yes, very good. Thank you. It's a very nice question. And actually, just as a backdrop to that, I just wanted you to know that, we just got the news that now 100 devotees have coronavirus in London. And of course, as you know, one of them passed away. That we knew earlier, but now we have this news that 100 of them have caught coronavirus in London, So Just so you know, this thing does affect us. It's not that we're devotees, does not affect us. But what it is Krishna describes in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 88, text 8. Why there are difficulties in the lives of a devotee. Of course, we know why there are difficulties in everyone's life. In everyone's life, there is difficulty because, as it says in the Bhagavad Gita, this world is dukkhalaya asashvatam. So in this world, there will be two things that are going to be guaranteed: misery and instability. Just like in the ocean of water, like in our Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, you can be guaranteed there will be water. One cannot complain why there is water in the ocean. There is going to be water in the ocean. That is why it is called a salt water ocean. So in the same way, the material world is described as a place of doshas. Dosha nidhe rajan. In Kali Yuga, this whole world will be filled with only faults. And this is Kali Yuga. So because of that, there are going to be problems like that. But in Bhagavatam, for purpose of Krishna, for the devotees, Prabhupada says, Lord Krishna says, there are two reasons why Krishna gives problems. One is so that the devotees become focused. They do not actually, because when there are problems, what happens is the materialists run away. Only the devotees stay with devotees. There will be pure association. Devotees who are totally Krishna conscious or sincerely Krishna conscious will continue to associate with devotees and remain happy and remain confident and remain fearless in their Krishna consciousness. They will promote their Krishna consciousness nicely and serve others with double power, triple power, like that. So that's one reason, to separate the devotees from those who are not really interested in devotion. And then the second reason he gives is to prove to the world that no matter how much trouble I give my devotees, and by the way, if any devotees suffer at the time of coronavirus or anything, it is Krishna giving them the coronavirus. Krishna says that those who become his devotees come under his control, and those who are not interested in becoming his devotees are under the control of Maya. So we are under Krishna's control. So anything that happens to us, every minute thing that happens in our life is being done by Krishna. We should know that. So if Krishna affects me in a certain way, that becomes very negative in the sense that I lose my health, I might even lose my life. It might be a really bad situation. The reason is to show that I must continue loving Krishna. I continue loving Krishna. I don't even have any complaints. No complaints. Oh, Krishna, why you gave me this disease? Nothing. No, I'm very happy, Krishna. You gave me this disease. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives some 25 important instructions to a devotee. In the middle of those instructions, I think it's number 17, he says, the best time to be Krishna conscious is when your health is upside down. When you have bad health, that's the best time to be Krishna conscious. Why? Because you'll really pray very nicely, you'll be very sincere, you'll realize there is no enjoyment in this world. The number one thing that really helps us become very focused in this world is misery. And that is why I say to people, we can see that those devotees who are the most sincere devotees, who are very attached to the holy name, who are very attached to being attentive while they're chanting, are devotees who have really suffered really hard. That's when that suffering comes, then you realize, oh God, Krishna consciousness is the only real thing. All these other things are illusory. Look like they're going to give me some happiness, but there is nothing that's going to give us happiness in this world except for Krishna consciousness. And if we then connect everything to Krishna consciousness, everything will give us happiness because it's connected to loving Krishna, to serving Krishna like that. So this is Krishna's way. And Radharani says, she gives another reason. She says that we need contrast. Just like when you go to a jeweler like Sarvajya Madhava's store to buy jewelry, you will see that he puts his jewelry on mannequins. And if you look at the mannequin will contrast with the jewelry. The jewelry is very bright, the mannequin is very dark. Why? The bright jewelry will show nicely on the dark mannequin. So when we have misery in our lives, that is the background on which our Krishna consciousness will shine brightly. Then we'll see, oh wow, Krishna consciousness is really nice. It is really giving us real happiness, real satisfaction. You know, the word used in Bhagavatam is supracidity. Supracidity is the most important word in Krishna consciousness, outside holy name. because it means full satisfaction. Krishna says, Savai pumsang paro dharmo yathar bhakti radhokshaja ahaituki apratiyata yayatma suprasiddhiti. That when we are always engaged in Krishna consciousness without any motivation and unceasingly, then we will experience complete satisfaction, suprasiddhiti. And this is why everything we should do should come to that point of complete satisfaction. Always loving Krishna, always serving Krishna like that, without cessation, without any other motivation, just to please Krishna, that's all. Krishna, I am serving you, I love you, just for your pleasure, not for my pleasure, not for the pleasure of my wife and my husband, my daughter, my son, my whoever, my disciple, my whoever, but for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. That is why I am actually doing all this. Guru is Krishna's representative, is Krishna on the planet, like that. So this is the process. So Radharani says it gives us this contrast. So that's why we should become very encouraged. If the contrast becomes brighter, the jewelry will shine even better. This is why Mother Kunti, Queen Kunti prays, please give me a lot of problems so that then I can actually become more Krishna conscious. Of course, we cannot pray like that artificially because we're not very strong. But whatever comes of its own, Krishna says, fortunate are those to whom a battle comes unsought. We did not ask for coronavirus. It came to us. We should understand, therefore, there is going to be some great fortune coming out of this. In fact, you will see the Krishna conscious movement will become much stronger. Each and every one of us can become much stronger. New initiatives will come from this program that will actually allow us to promote Krishna consciousness even better, even stronger. That every devotee can become a great leader. And like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, I will sell 64 temples to make one devotee. That means one devotee is worth more than 64 temples. Try to understand what that means. Every one of you, every one of us is most important to Krishna, and he wants us to preach. He wants us to become very strong and to reach out to people, meet people. Personally, when you meet people, they will become Krishna conscious. Impersonally, if we meet, they're not going to become Krishna conscious. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so it's 10 minutes to 9. We got another 10 minutes, Sarvajaya Madhav Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Any other questions from anybody? You can unmute yourself and ask question.
By the way, I also wanted to say, every one of us should make a plan now. Now is the time to make a plan. And the plan should be how I am going to help anyone in this world become more advanced in their consciousness, raise their consciousness higher and higher, so they can come ultimately first to the mode of goodness, then to self-realization, then to Krishna consciousness. Make some plan. Make a big plan, really nice plan. And then start looking at how you're going to execute. And if any of you need any help in that regard, how to make good plans, how to make very strong plans so that you're very excited about life. And you're always feeling like, wow, we can do this, I can do this, I can join hands with other devotees, and always join hands. Krishna allows things to happen much more when you partner with people. You do it alone, that's great, but when you join hands, then Krishna allows you to do big things, really big things. So at least 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 people can get together all the time. Small groups like that. Can be larger groups also, but small groups are very potent. Even 2 people coming together, very potent. You should know that Google became very big after 2 boys who were working for Google at that time. One was an Indian boy and was an American boy. Actually started talking, and from their talk came out an idea that made Google one of the biggest companies in the world today. You see what I'm saying? Just 2 of them got together like that. It's always the case like that. Just 2 people can get together. If they're friends, they like each other, they get along with one another, and they can associate like that. Then 2 of them can get together and do amazing things. Look at Google. It's so amazing. You see what I'm saying? Like that. So please don't feel discouraged in any way. Just feel totally encouraged. This thing is going to be very good for us. And if we die, we'll go back to the planet where Krishna is performing his pastime, and we'll do even more fantastic service, because there the capacity for the living entity to serve is much bigger than the capacity here for the living entity to serve. So it only gets better. That's basically what happens. It only gets better. My wife is bringing the RT to me, that's why I did that. So don't ever feel discouraged. Totally feel encouraged. No matter what happens, how bad it's going to get. The worst it can get is that I will die. I personally pray to Krishna every moment, please let me die as soon as possible. There is nothing in this world that I can do that is better than what I can do in the spiritual world where Krishna is performing his pastime. We'll have much better capacity. I'll be more purified. I'll have better association. Everything will be good. I have fantastic association. I have no complaints. I'm totally satisfied in this world, in the association that I have. In fact, I'm more fortunate than I deserve to be. That is not the concern. But the point is, nothing can get bad, really bad. The worst that can happen is that I will die. So if I die, there'll be great benefit. But less than that, yeah, I might become crippled, this, that, and the other, and somebody might have to serve me, and I don't want that to happen. So I do pray to Krishna, whatever you do, make it happen in such a way that if there is any suffering, I am the one who's suffering. I'm not causing others to suffer around me. And also, if it's going to be really getting bad, just take my life. Just let it end here. There's nothing to worry about. In Krishna consciousness, we are completely secure. It's Krishna's guarantee. Kaunteya tu pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. My devotee will never lose. My devotee will never be vanquished. My devotee will always win. That is what Krishna is saying. So please feel very, very encouraged and make your plans. Let's do some big things now. Really big things. Prabhupada used to say, double it. Whatever you're doing, double it. You're distributing 1,000 books a year. Now distribute 2,000 books a year. You're making $200,000 a year. Now make $400,000 a year. Double everything. And make an effort to double everything. And then you will see life will become more exciting. And after it's double it again. Keep doubling it until you die. Then, great things will happen in our lives. It'll be always exciting. We don't have to show anybody anything. Many things will happen internally. The best miracles happen internally. Only you get to see it with Krishna, and others don't get to see it. Why? Because Krishna wants to show love to us individually like that. There's nothing to show anybody. Don't ever do Krishna consciousness to show anybody. Just do it to love Krishna. That's all. Simple-hearted. Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is very difficult, but it is simple. It is simple for the simple-hearted. Like that. So say simple-hearted, and just love people nicely, and be very Krishna conscious.
Can I make a small comment, Prabhuji?
Please, Prabhu. Why small comment? You can make a big comment.
Thank you. I would like to request all the devotees. I'm sure everybody has their neighborhood groups. Naimisharanya Prabhu and his whole team is working very hard to distribute books, because a lot of people are home and this is the best time to read Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada's books are ocean of nectar, and it gives a lot of ideas how to deal with current situation. Even you pick up any book of Srila Prabhupada, you start reading, you feel satisfied. Hey, there's something bigger than what's happening right now. So I humbly request everybody, kindly encourage your neighbors. Even if you post a message, if anybody is looking for any spiritual books, we can drop at their house and we'll figure out a way to collect the money through Zelle or through PayPal. So please stay in touch with Naimisharanya Prabhu. He has amazing programs where we can distribute books at this stage when everything is shut down and help many souls in DFW area. And if you are from different areas also, we'll figure out a way to ship it to them. If you have somebody looking for Bhagavatam set, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Prabhupada has written so many books. It's amazing information, and we have time. Maybe we all can read. And there are a lot of small books also. There are books on children. You can read nice pasts of lords from Bhagavatam, from different stories from the history to children, and they can also benefit. So I highly encourage, please share this message, and we're going to continue this program every day. If you have any other suggestion about the time or any particular suggestion about this, how we can improve this so that more people can benefit, please do share with me or one of our group members or His Grace Nityananda Prabhu. We'll try to improve as much as possible. There was small problem today with the video. I know some of the nectar we missed. We'll try to improve that. Maybe we'll have a dial-in number. So we'll continue Bhagavad Gita summary from tomorrow. And we'll try to finish this summary during the shutdown period, maybe within a week or 10 days or maximum 2 weeks. So we can have the entire Bhagavad Gita summary from His Grace Nityananda Prabhuji. And this itself will be a great blessings in this most havoc situation in the world. You can invite all your friends from anywhere in the world. You can invite your family members. This is Zoom, so that we don't have any limitations. We can have people from all over the world join this call. If I'm missing something, any of our members can share. Thank you so much for joining. And we would like to thank His Grace Nityananda Prabhu for taking all his time to help us in this situation. And let us all chant one big Hare Krishna for all of us, our families, and Nityananda Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Very much. Hare Krishna. Hare
We got this, Prabhu.
Ram Ram Hare Hare.
So I think my one more request I have is somehow devotee association is very, very important. We are having devotee association with everybody's name on the screens. If you can turn on your videos, nice. If you are not able to turn on, that's fine. But please turn on your videos so we can see each other. Seeing devotee itself is blessings.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Please turn on your videos if possible, so Nityananda Prabhuji and all of us can see each other.
Show your face. My,
Hare 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 Krishna.
It's pretty easy. You can just turn on your video for maybe a minute, so you can see how everybody is doing.
One nice way to promote the books is actually, if you can just on your Facebook or something, make some nice statement that comes from the books and excerpt to something like that, and tell people if you want to know more about this nectar, please please tell us. We will send you the books that are full of this nectar, like that, you know. So some statement that can catch the interest of the person. Nice statement like that.
okay.
Thank you very much. Huh?
Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Hare Bol. Gauranga.
Hare Krishna.